Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets wants you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today, to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Hi, and welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is Cris Blakk. He's a psychic, and he's the organizer of the Ambilight Artistic Holistic Psychic Fair, in which there will be an art exhibit, music, food, a lot of different vendors, and psychics and healers. And Cris is going to tell you more about the fair. And for any of those who are in Southern California who would like to be a vendor, it's only $40 for a 6x6 space. Then contact Cris at 562-513-8078. I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Cris. I'm going to make some quick announcements first. I'm going to be at the Learning Light Foundation Psychic Fair in Anaheim, California from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm going to be at the Ambilight Psychic Fair from 1:30 to 5:30 on June 15th. And I'm going to be at PetCon in downtown LA June 22nd, and that is going to be a pet. You can bring your dog on a leash, and if you have a cat, bring them in a carrier. This is a pet expo, and I'll be doing pet psychic readings. And I will be at the Universal Mind Science Church in Long Beach on June 29th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I don't have my uplifting guests listed yet for July. As soon as I have some guests listed, I do usually have Jeremy Ryden on the third Thursday of the month. He's a soul coach. And I have a medium and psychic, Brian Ross. Jeremy's on the second, and Brian Ross is on the third. It's hard for me to keep track. I have so many guests. I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Cris Blakk. Hello, Cris.
Hello. How you doing? How you doing, Shelley? I tell you, that was a lot. I don't even think I could say all those things that you just said. Ooh, you got some. That's good. I like that. I felt like I was riding a wave. I was like, holy moly.
You want to tell the callers about the fair? Because it's next Saturday.
Hey, yeah, the fair is next Saturday. We are still looking for vendors, still looking for artists, and just a quick, I'll tell you, this whole DJ thing, I don't know, I know that they get paid like a lot of money, but I tell you this, if there's anybody out there with a speaker, PA system, or something like that, and you want to make $50 for 4 hours, come down to the show, call me at 562-513-8078, and we definitely need, I don't think we're gonna have a DJ, but I could tell you if somebody has a PA system, and like that you could, upload YouTube videos at least. At least I have a mix, and it's fine for now. You know what I mean? It sounds bad and everything, but I got to be honest. I'm only saying this because I'm hoping somebody would definitely reach out and do that. I don't. There's the church one, but I don't want to borrow anybody's thing like that. I'd rather somebody come in and do it. Like I said, I got $50 if anybody wants to do that. Other than that, it's going to be a really good fair. There's a lot of great psychics, you, Shelley, and the rest of the crew, and the healers. It's really cool. Like I'm really glad that everybody got together like this, and there's nothing really. I definitely wish, like, I had this was like a couple years ago when I had contacted a couple artists. They said they were, but there's not really any artists reaching out, but I really hope they do. Maybe maybe there's going to be some coming, and I just don't, maybe they just didn't contact me. But I don't think it's going to be, but it's going to be really cool. And, I'm a little, you could tell I'm nervous about the fair. I'm like, oh, God, I can't wait for this thing. But I'm really glad, and if anybody wants to just come by, and if you have it, even if it's like a sculpture, I know, people, it's different. You know what it is with artists? Like, I don't charge artists. I feel bad for artists. Artists try to, they sell their art, and it's like hard. It's, it's crazy. I see like my girlfriend's an artist, and she's got amazing art, beautiful art, so it's like I want to, get back in that way. Like, well, I mean, I think a lot of people do that. A lot of places, they allow artists to come with their art. And, when it comes to art lovers, I love art. I'm not an artist, but I love art. So that's why it makes sense, and, but other than that, I know this is weird. I'm like talking like a regular person on the radio, but I don't care. I'm a real person. I don't go by script or anything like that. But I'll tell you this: I really wish we had human size cutouts of ancient Egyptian figures like Isis and Osiris. They are so cool. I wish we had all those things in the. It would look really nice. But anyway, so other than that, we do got a little handful of vendors coming, I know. So I'm not, not worried. Besides, this is like the first time Ambilight is getting together. I just, it's like when you have a vision of something and you knew how it was supposed to be, so to speak. That's how we humans are, trying to. This was years ago, but it's really cool, the psychics that we have, the healers. So far, for sure, I know Kendra's art. She's bringing a lot of art. She's got a really great art, various art, definitely like spiritual, metaphysical, and stuff like that. What else? I mean, it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful area. It's nice. It's Long Beach. I love Long Beach. Like, it's my favorite city in California. You know what I'm saying? I fell in love with Long Beach, and this is so weird, but it was like, holy moly, it was like a really long time ago. It was like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And I was in psychic school in Westminster, and there was this one person who was in my class who invited me over to spend some time in Long Beach, and it was really nice for this person, and this person's so lucky. They lived down by the Circle, and they had in their backyard a little north, south, east, west ingrained in the concrete in the floor in the backyard. And one day we did just a celebration type of, little ritual for love, for community, for friendship, stuff like that. And man, I tell you, it was so amazing. Like and because of that, I like never forget it, and I never felt so like wow, like just a part. Like you go to so many different cities and you go so many different places, but you might not feel, you know, I don't want to say the word welcome, but like it's a natural thing, you know. Like I feel like if I'm walking in New York City, like it's nothing. It's like okay, I know everything.
Chris, let's take our first caller, which is area code 512. Hello, 512. Hello, 512. Hello. Can you speak up, 512? We can't hear you. All right, we're going to go to our next caller. Chris, what influenced you to get into the metaphysical arts and science?
Huh?
What influenced you to get into the medical arts and science?
Oh, that was I would say it was like maybe at the same time of what I was trying to say about Long Beach. Sorry I was taking so long. But
that's okay,
just to finish that off, I do love Long Beach, and that's all I had to say about that. But it was just things like that, like what happened in Long Beach, being a psychic student in Westminster, and also in Irvine learning, you know, certain things. It started out with real, like interesting ancient Hebrew, angelic kind of, you could say magic if you want to call it that. And it just got really interesting, and like I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't like something I'm a master at. Like I don't even know it all, but it was just so interesting how I would just look into it, you know. And I just kept going forward and researching and finding things, and everything was so fascinating. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, to be honest with you, just the thought, the idea that, you know, I could wake up one day and, you know, just be like, wow, I just can't believe this. Like, you know, when I was a kid, I thought it, but, and I don't want to get into the stuff about religion and being afraid or stuff like that, but I want to say naturally as a kid, what kid wouldn't love that? You know what I mean? And so for me, I was like, wow, that's amazing. And when I became an adult, already a grandfather, I'm like all over again, like that childlike feeling in my heart. Like I just feel like, wow, this is, I mean, you know, like I said before in the other segment we did, you know, a lot of people are lucky that they grew up with this stuff, being free and not being, you know, be made preventative, you know. So, you know, that's what it was. It was all that interesting and fascinating things I found that I could do today.
Awesome. Well, let's take our first caller, Chris. Area code 940. Hello.
Hi, this is Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Hey,
and
Tammy.
Tammy, how can we help you today, Tammy?
Well, I was calling about my pet. She's not feeling well, and I was curious what's
so
going
cute.
on. Her name is Soshi.
Soshi? Do you pick up anything about Soshi, Chris?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get over the fact that when people talk about animals, I just get all like, you know, like it's animals are so beautiful. But I see something. Maybe it's not that bad. It's like a little infection in the upper respiratory.
Okay.
Or I don't know. Is that I'm asking because that's why I see some different shades of light and in the body. What kind of dog is it?
She's a Rottweiler. She hasn't been drinking or eating properly.
Did you ever have a little white dog?
Did I? The neighbor does.
Oh, that's what I think. There's something. Oh, this is so weird. I never in my life did this before. There's something about that dog with your dog. Maybe you know something, or maybe you feel something? You could say.
She doesn't like little white chihuahuas.
So that's what it is. He's having a stress in his heart chakra. He's having stress in his heart chakra because of the little white dog. Yeah. Yep. Oh my God, this
You
is
wanna play
so
with
cool.
it,
I
or?
love dogs. Too bad they're having a little spat.
Okay. She
Now, what did
just
you
doesn't
say?
like
Did you
dogs.
I feel. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was gonna say to I said did you just ask a question? Did you want to know something?
I mean, does it cause them not to eat and drink?
Well, let me ask you this: your dog is a male?
Female.
Oh, she's a female. And what's that other dog? Is that a male or female?
I think it's a male.
Oh my God! You know what it could be? She probably likes him.
No,
she wants to
doesn't.
like play with him. Oh,
Yeah,
she doesn't.
she's
You know
lonely.
this. You know this for sure. I mean,
I think
you know,
she's lonely.
Well,
What?
maybe this is just a suggestion. You know, there's always, you know, maybe. Let me ask you something. Did you ever take her for a walk right by that gate where that dog is, like right there?
Down the street, but not right there. No.
Because you never know. You know, dogs might bark at each other, but I've seen dogs look like they wanted to kill each other, and then all of a sudden the owners are like, no, let's give them a chance, and then all of a sudden they start being friends, you know? I mean, I'm not telling you, you know, you don't want to maybe cause a problem. You don't want your dog to bite that dog, but you want to try. You want to try something because you want to figure out what it is. Because when you started talking right away, I started seeing a little white dog. So that's why I was like, wait a minute.
Okay.
I love this so much. I don't even know your dog, and I want to tell you I love your dog.
She's a sweetie.
I love that other dog, too. I love dogs so much. I really hope that you find out what it exactly is. I mean, I'm looking at it like this is the problem here. This is stress.
Okay.
I feel, Sophie, I'm kind of agreeing with what Chris said earlier about the lungs, because I'm seeing congestion.
Okay.
And I feel that that's why she's not drinking a lot of water or eating, you know, because, you know, it's bothering her. The congestion is bothering her. It's making it difficult for her to move. It's making it difficult for her to breathe. So I feel you should take her to a vet. And if you could find a veterinarian that specializes in homeopathic medicine, that would be even better. Because there's always side effects that animals, because when animals take drugs, given medications, there's always side effects. So it's better to give her something that's going to be more gentle on her stomach.
Okay.
And all you have to do is go to Yelp and put in homeopathic veterinarian, and you'll find some. Or just put in a search in Google. Okay. But I feel that
I live out in a rural area, and I don't have one within 100 miles.
You could probably find one that you could probably find one that could talk to you for Skype.
Okay.
You know, if the dog needs to be examined, take it to the local vet. But after you get the dog examined by the local vet, there's someone called oh God, I can't think of his name. I just can't think of it right now. He has a show on Goldilocks Production, and he does homeopathic. I can't think of his. You can contact Tiffany White Sage Woman to get his Jimmy Max. Okay.
Jimmy
you can
Max.
contact after you go to the vet, get the dog checked out, and then go contact Jimmy Max because he's a medical intuitive. He could also read your dog, and he could also give you healing remedies for the dog.
Okay, great.
You could go.
I'm so glad.
You could go to Jimmy Max, Jimmy Jimmy Max MACK healing.com. My friend Carolyn, you know, is the next caller. You know, she has used him, and he's really good, and he's a nice guy. And he loves animals, and I feel he'll be able to give you some remedies to help your dog so this doesn't happen again, the congestion.
Okay. Okay.
And
great.
you might, if it's cold, yeah, I think the dog is susceptible, can get congestion again. So it's important that if it's cold, keep your place, warm. Don't make it real hot, but keep it warm. And if it's cold, get a sweater for the dog.
Okay. Will do. Okay.
Yeah, but
Thank
she's going
you
to be
both
all right.
so much.
She's going to be all right. And I agree with Cris that she is having anxiety about that other dog.
Is it the big dog or the little?
No, it's a little white dog. It's a little white dog.
Okay.
I agree with Cris that there's some anxiety because she loves you so much that she thinks that you're going to like the white dog better than her.
Oh. Yeah, that's why she goes
so
after
cute.
it.
Yeah, she thinks you're going to like it better than her. She feels threatened by it, even though it's smaller than her.
Oh my God!
She feels threatened by it
Well,
because she loves you. She loves you so much, and she thinks you're going to that you're going to favor the other dog.
No.
So Cris is absolutely right about that white dog.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about getting her a friend. Does she want a pet? Like another
I think she
dog
would like
or
a friend. If you do get
I think
another,
that's a good idea too.
Go ahead, Cris. What were you going to say?
Oh no! I don't want to interrupt. I was just saying I think that's a good idea also to get a pet for or a brother, sister, whatever for your Rottweiler dog, because that would so comfort. They comfort each other so much. They comfort us when we're having anxiety. That's the most natural way to get rid of that anxiety is with dogs and cats. Their chakras, the way they work, everything is more advanced. Like we think just because we're human that the dog or cat's small, their chakra systems are more advanced. That's what I believe.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And I feel your dog is going to be okay. I would suggest go take it to the vet since there's no homeopathic vets. Contact Jimmy Mack, and he could. He's very good, and he could give you some remedies to keep your dog from getting congested again. Because I feel that her lungs are kind of a weak area.
Okay.
So you may want him to do some energy healing and send some healing energy to Sophie's lungs. And Cris, how can Tammy get in contact with you?
Oh, my number is
I wrote your number down.
Yeah. Okay, good. You know what it is, because I do prana healing and qigong, and I also heal animals. I did a few animals a long time ago. I never made a big deal about it. I never said nothing, so I never made it a thing. But I definitely can push unwanted energy or pull it out of the animal or see it. Like I saw it. It was funny because when you're talking about your dog, I know we said all these things already and we kind of agreed with them, but I'm going to tell you something. What I kept saying, I kept thinking, because I couldn't stop thinking about the little white dog, that I thought that was your dog because I saw a pain in that dog's heart chakra.
Aww.
Which I don't want to confuse the story here. I don't know what it is really. I'm just saying that's what I saw. So what I was going to say was that, just that, if there's something happening, maybe your dog is having anxiety because your dog is worried about that other dog. That's what I kept thinking in the beginning. So you never know. There could be a various of things, even what Shelley said, not that I'm not disagreeing with her. I'm just saying that because I keep thinking this. So just let you know, I could, if there's anything wrong with your animal, I could pull the energy out, or unwanted energy.
So she is.
Cris is a very powerful healer, so he could help your dog too.
Okay.
And thank you for calling the show.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, dear. We're now going to continue our interview with Cris Blakk, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is Carolyn, area code 81A, calling from California. How did you know you were psychic? When did you first discover you were psychic, Cris?
It was really, I'm not going to lie, all this stuff was really scary for me. I know it sounds so funny to be saying that, but I was like in the car with this person, and for a second I was so embarrassed, and you know, I like to exaggerate a lot, but I was embarrassed, and I put my hand out, and this girl was saying something to me, and she was like, you know, there's some people have problems in life, whatever, and I was like, oh, what's wrong? You know, I felt like she was trying to say something. Maybe she wanted help or something. So she started saying all those things, and I put my right hand up, or my left hand, I can't remember, and I'm like holding it out, like, you know, and at this time, this was like 6 or 7 years ago, not that I was skeptic, but I was not very, you know, like where I come from, my attitude, like I was not very gentle about everything. I was very like, oh, what the, you know, this and that, and people were just like shocked. I guess it was culture shock, you know. But at that time, when I realized that, you know, the second thing that happened, which was pretty amazing, which was not too far off, maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that, I was invited by a friend. This had nothing to do with psychic stuff or metaphysics or anything, but it was a thing that I was involved with, helping the homeless, especially homeless vets, and so I went, and it was in Orange County, and there was a guy who was doing the work, and I was helping him, and he invited me to this little thing. I really, you know, I have no idea what it was, but I could swear it was like the Stanley Cup at the ESPN lunch for the Disney, and I went, and I had a good time. When something happened, there was like this one guy comes up to me, and he just starts talking about the game, and I'm just like, just saying stuff, you know. And then he said something, and I don't know what made me do it, because I try to mind my own business, but this guy said something about either his work or where he works, and I said, no, it's because of this, and I can't believe I said that. Like, I said it, and when he looked at me, his whole face flushed, and his eyes like got wide, and he looked at me like, he's like, who are you? And I was like, immediately, I was like, holy crap, this guy's gonna like, you know, like start freaking out. So I was like, I'm a psychic, you know, and I didn't even say I was a psychic back then. Like, I would never have the audacity to say that, like, you know, especially when you first learn, and who would want to be mortified, like, to be wrong, you know? Remember that? So I said it, and when he said that, oh my God, he invited he was the manager of this group, I forget what it was, that worked for Disney Corporation. And so they were up in some building, he said, and they came down, and then he goes, hey, girls, come on. And they were all girls, and he's like, hey, girls, come on over here. This guy's a psychic. And I was like, oh, no. And immediately I got really super nervous, because I never in my life even read a freaking tarot card. Like, I didn't even do anything. Like, I was just interested in it. You know, I was like, oh, maybe I'm a psychic. Who knows, you know? Because of the one thing that I did, which was, you know, tell that girl that she had some pain in her heart, and it was because of something in her life, and she started crying so heavy, and that was like 3 weeks before. So when that happened, I was like, that's why I thought maybe it's okay to say it, but it turned out okay. And, you know, like, I read every single one of them, and I was right, and it never happened again. I mean, I never went to anything huge like that and happened like that. Oh, maybe once in a while, going like down the beach, I tell somebody something, they're like, oh my God, you're right. But other than that, you know, that's how I knew I was psychic. That was like 6 or 7 years ago.
All right. Let's take our next call. Let's continue. I'm going to continue my interview with Cris Blakk, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is Carolyn. And how did you know you could heal people, Cris?
Oh, this is really funny. I wrote a few blogs about this because it was not funny. But I was where I lived in Irvine, and it was kind of like maybe 5 years ago. No, it was like maybe 6 years ago. But it doesn't matter. Like, there was this friend that I had, and he was into everything too, you know, all this stuff, psychic, everything. And he was always complaining about his, you know, like knee or something. And the thing was like, right at that stage is where I was switching to things, you know, different magical and metaphysical things. One time it'd be like lighting candles, the next it would be, you know, trying to study the arcana. And then the next it was like, okay, you know, what about these feelings in my hands and these circulating of energy? I didn't know. I started to. I had no idea it had anything to do with healing. I didn't even know what prana meant at the time. I thought prana was like some kind of like fighting style kung fu that you know, beat somebody's butt. But I just started, you know, I was in the habit of learning how to breathe, you know, certain yogic breathing and circulating energy. And again, I swear to God, I had no idea it was. I thought it was because in this instruction booklet it said if you want to manifest, you have to do this every day to relax and learn how to circulate your energy. So then when I found out what prana was, where you breathe and at the same time, see, you're getting your chakras to breathe. So that's what I did. And so one day I was doing it, but I had no idea that I was ready. And I was joking around, and they already knew, the people that I live with, you know, my friend, that I've been on this kick of trying to learn prana or Reiki or anything that you can heal somebody, because I thought, let me try it. And so one day I was playing around, and I don't know if you've ever heard one of those Southern Baptist preachers, you know, from the South, be like, hallelujah. And then I slapped his knee and I said, praise Jesus, heal him. And I really was. I said, it might sound rude. It might sound like against, if somebody believes in that. No, I don't mean that. I'm just telling the story. And then so I slapped his knee, and when I did it, I could remember I put like kind of like almost both hands, and the strangest feeling started, like almost if there was like a chemical that was pulling my skin tight, because I had no idea the more stronger feeling of chakras in your hands, you know, and energy movement, and it just started pulling my hand skin. It was getting so tight, and it was like it was starting to hurt, and I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is this? And my friend stood up and he goes, holy shit. Oh, excuse my language. He's like, holy crap. I could stand up on my knee, and I haven't been able to do it in like 14 years. And I was like, what? And my hands started hurting so bad. And my, you know, people that I live with, I consider them like family. They were telling me, hey, you know what? Go outside, put your hands up, because they were into healing also. I said, put your hands up in the air and push whatever's hurting you, push it out. And from that point, I didn't know anything about any other healing. All I knew was that prana absorbed the infection and pushed it out. So I knew then that it was not only that I was a healer, but I knew it was definitely going to be into prana, heavily into prana.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, let's take our next caller, Chris. Carolyn. Hello, Carolyn.
Hi, how you doing? How both of you?
Hey, Carolyn.
How are you, Carolyn?
I'm doing fine, too. I have a question, and I want to know, is there anything coming up for me this summer that I need to be aware of?
Okay, hold on a second. Let me do something here. Okay. I got a bunch of different tools I use sometimes. You know, I like to use them. I definitely feel like something's. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second, Carolyn.
Okay.
Definitely the first thing I saw upon my this kind of tossing of these dice and shells was something immediately came up, healing, like you're going to have more healing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really important. And so give me 1 second.
Okay.
Stomach account. You definitely have to make a decision about something. I guess what it's saying is that maybe if you're talking about something that you might have to make a decision on, it's saying that like the ball's in your court.
Oh, okay.
So if you,
That's good.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And
that's good.
Maybe to be more assertive, maybe, have a little more faith in yourself. Don't second guess yourself. That's what the spirits keep saying.
Okay.
Or maybe it's saying stop second guessing yourself.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that you do it a lot. I'm just saying that's what I see right now. And just be sure, it looks like you're going to be in charge of something.
Okay.
Is that possible?
That's possible. I know anything's possible. So if I'll be in charge of something, that's what I believe.
All right, well, I don't see anything bad. I see good things. I see you, also, you're like studying something.
Well, I'm always studying something. I'm always reading something. I'm interested in a lot of things. Mm-hmm.
You got that academia spirit.
Yes, I do.
Stop worrying about something you're worrying about. Take it easy on yourself. You gotta go get a spa somewhere. Get a massage, relax, spoil yourself a little bit. Whether the thing is not about anything have to do with any finances and nothing like that. It's the fact that you don't need it like there's something wrong with you. You deserve it. And when you start to do this, because everybody goes through different levels of life and different phases of knowledge and learning, and we all are trying to attain always not necessarily better, but a more understanding of spirituality.
Right.
And so for me, I say to you that what I see you're perfecting. You're going to be maybe even both, like you might have this thing where you're always in charge. This is pretty good. What sign are you?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, no wonder you're a Leo. I could have stopped all this yapping, and I just would have said, "Oh, forget about it. She's a Leo. She's gonna do good." Yeah, this is your time. This is your time.
This is my time.
It's coming. It's coming. And I know that like you don't even. I'm telling you this definitely. I know that you don't. You know that you don't even need a reading. You know it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You got a lot of royal. You have a lot of royal energy, and I don't know why I say this, but like this beautiful amber and bright shining white light. That these are spirits, and I don't know where they're from, but they're definitely not human, and they are really, really like beautiful, and they're like right by you. Like as if they're saying, like as if they're saying, what do you have to say? You know what I'm saying? So you're very blessed. You got that. That's good. You just have to also be more aware of your the reason why it's there's the way the dice that I have, these dice that roll, this one dice is for healing, and there's something interesting about it because it's hugging the shell. And so shell means water. Water is healing also, and it's saying like you have to just be more about it, like want it, like everything you do, like just want that, and I guess what I'm trying to say is like it's saying like if there's something that's not conducive to your growth, don't have it, because this is definitely so good for you right here. What they're trying to say.
Oh, okay.
And
Beautiful message.
That's it, really. That's and stop stopping talents of yours, because I know you're multi-talented, but maybe you thought in a certain way that you thought, well, this ain't going to make me any money, so I'm not going to invest in it, and I'm not going to do nothing with it. I'm telling you, don't do that, because that's what's, go back to that, because I'm going to tell you, I was doing that, and my friend, this author, told me not to do it, so I listened, and I started doing other things, and guess what? The things that I really wanted started opening up.
Oh, okay.
And I can't explain how that works, but you know what? Leos and Virgos are very much alike with their talents, and I'm just giving you that personal advice.
Okay. And
it's also psychic advice.
Yeah, okay. I'm born on the 22nd, which have the traits of Leo and Virgo. So I have both.
Oh, right. That's why I felt that. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. See.
Right. Mhm.
And what do you feel about this? Like, how does this? Do you feel like this is really hitting you?
Oh yeah, I think you're on point with everything, and sometimes you just forget. I've been tired, and sometimes I just forget what I'm supposed to be doing or what I'm trying to do. You just forget, and so I can relate to everything you're telling me.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't know the beings were around me, but I
those are so beautiful,
blessed.
So beautiful. That spirit, and I think the spirits are saying that you know them, like you know who they are, like you know what they are. So, and they're definitely not bad. So if they were bad, they wouldn't be feeling so good to me,
They may be angels.
Right. See, I don't want to say it, but that's what they said. They said So there you go.
Right, angels. Okay, thank you, Cris. That was a beautiful
I'll
message.
see you tonight at 5:00, Carolyn.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Have a good day, dear. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm now going to continue my interview with Cris Blakk, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 678. Are there any people who have influenced or taught you in any of the metaphysical practices like psychic, healing, and Magick?
Oh my God! Everybody famous in California. Well, not just California, if there's any culture, any teaching, like it could be Wicca, Druid, what's that Italian one? Stregaria. It could be Santeria, Paolo. It could be any of those things, or just, chakras, yoga, Hinduism, or anything that we do in, especially, new. I hate to say the word new age, but I want to respect the new people that are believing in everything, whatever they believe in. I'm not against anything. I love it all. I do. I swear, I love I don't know everything exactly, but I studied a lot of the stuff that was very important from each thing, So, but the people that were involved were so amazing and important to me. I may not talk to the people anymore. I may have lost contact, whatever, but I cherish them. I cherish every person. It'd be like, for instance, there was a few people that I totally am so grateful to the. I guess it's not. It'll be okay to say these people's names, but my friend Gail, Carlos, Tony, Josh, Lynn, and a lot of people even today. There's a guy on Facebook. His name is. You know what? I'll say this. He has this name, Magick LaCroix, and he even has a group. He is. Like, I've seen his videos. I'm friends with him on Facebook. So people like him, people like all the people from the Long Beach and Los Angeles pagans, all the people from my friend my friend Erica that taught me from she was a teacher at Westminster. My friends that are all the people that I know in the psychic or in the Ambilight circle that are part of it. Wendy, Wayne, Stephanie, Blake. I learn from everybody. You know, I appreciate so many people. I'm so grateful to a lot of people, especially the first person that I named, my friend Gail. She was really just amazing, blood to me. She taught me so much. She's a sound healer, and she's she knew a lot. I forget what the name of this religion was, but it was kind of like Hebrew, but it was like magic. Man, I can't remember, but she had all these papers and books on it, and I would look through it. It was just so amazing, blew me away, you know. And the thing about sound and healing, because she's a singer, and I sing too, so I got into that too. I have been using lately. I wouldn't say perfecting. I don't want to say things like that, but if you know what a mantra is, you know what it does. You know, it heals. And there's this one mantra, one of my favorite mantras. It's about peace. It's called Om Shanti Om. And when you sing it right, you know, it kind of reminds me of and I know this is going to sound crazy, but it reminds me of a surah in the Quran. When you hear them do the call to prayer and how they're singing, you know, it's so beautiful and so powerful, you know. I'm none of any of these religions, but I learned from it all. And so, you know, that's what you know. As far as the people, yes, I learned from so many people. I learned. There was also, you know, people in Leimert Park. I'm trying to remember right now, but I can't remember. People in Leimert Park. There was just amazing, tons and tons of magical people. It's a magical place. It's beautiful. Let me tell you. So Leimert Park, there was this one time that we went to a reggae place, you know, and it was to me it was like an institution, like a mini institute. It was a small little club, but it was so beautiful when they play the music and the people would perform, you know, and you would see this guy. He was the owner or the manager, and I forget his name. Forgive me, you know, but man, he was just amazing. He would stick his hands out, and people would walk out of that place like as if every person that was walking out of that club in Leimert Park at that moment, whether it was at 12 midnight, 3 a.m., or whatever, when they finished that little session, when he was healing, all those people was like they were manifesting. I mean, I can't say that I saw it like that. I'm saying I feel it, just looking at all the people, how, you know, me, I'm a person, I can not just a psychic that I read, you know, people's lives or whatever, the energy. I read people, I could read somebody's face, somebody's, you know, if they're well, if they're not well, if they're hurting, if they're having a lot of anxiety, if they're, you know, maybe a person who's not faced their traumas, or a person who is just not well, you know. And every person was so well. It was just amazing. It was one of the most amazing things, and I appreciate that person. You know what? I think the person's name is on I have this WordPress, and I have the article. It was about Leimert Park, so if you ever get a chance to look that up, it's oh God, I'm trying to remember the name of it. But if you just look up Leimert Park, Cris Blakk, you might find it on WordPress. But anyway, so. But yeah, these people I totally appreciate. There's so many more. There's so much more. There's more people. One person definitely, I'll tell you, this person definitely taught me things I had no idea even existed, and that is Kendra Horn. You know, she's an alchemist, and she's into all types of stuff. Definitely Draconian and like Mesopotamian, and she's a psychic, a healer. She's into Ho'oponopono. I don't even know if I said that right. It's a Japanese healing technique. There was times where I would argue with this person about things that pertain to the things I learned, and I'm thinking, no, I know it's right. It's this way, and this person, she knows more ancient stuff, and but it doesn't matter. It's just funny, and I love that person very much, and that person is amazing teacher. Like the person, so I definitely appreciate these people. There's a lot more people, there's a lot more people. I just can't remember everybody right now, but I appreciate everything, every person I came across, and I guess what's one of the reasons why I love California so much, That's it.
All right, well, we have time for one more caller, so let's take area code 678. Hello, 678.
Hi, it's Kathy. How are you guys?
Hi, Kathy. How are you?
I'm well.
Hey, Kathy, how you doing?
What is your question today, Kathy?
Looking at employment, I have some leads, some for contract work and a couple for permanent positions, and just trying to see if one of those will come through by the end of the month.
Hold on one second. Good night. It looks like what it's saying that in 9 days you're gonna have maybe see somebody, like maybe a young male person trying to help you, and this would connect you to opportunities.
Okay, so none of the things that I already have going will not come through, and this gentleman will be the one that has something that comes through? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, unless it's already happening, like maybe, I don't know, it could be already happening, or I don't know, but let me see what else is. It's showing like that you're maybe having some type of did something happen before, something that you might think like maybe there's some energy, unwanted energy. It's showing that you are supposed to kind of like reach out for yourself, like in a spiritual way, whether that means if you're praying or doing something like, but strongly, very strongly. It's showing that you started out with amazing energy, and then something's bothering you. And so whatever the thing that's bothering you a lot, which is very strong, it's like trying to say that you got to deal with it. Maybe not the same way that everybody else deals with certain things, because it might be, like certain people have certain things in their lives. Believe me, I know, and you can't deal with them the same. So, but it's saying that there is a way, and that's what's gonna block it out, the energy, and you'll start to see better things happening. Does that make any sense to you?
No.
Okay, well, that's what it's showing. I mean, I don't know else how to tell it. All I just see is this, like something's bothering you. And it's showing that you have to kind of reach out more spiritually to, like I said, block it out so that this other energy can flow through. Because the thing is that whether you prayed or somebody prayed for you or somebody's doing something for you, like energy lifting or something like that, it's the energy is there, but it's surrounding you. It's waiting to come in. But there's something kind of like blocking you, But I think it's coming from worry, or it's coming from something that's like, but like I said, if that doesn't make sense to you, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
No, that's okay.
I feel, Kathy, that of all of the jobs right now, there seems to be. I agree with Chris, because he's talking about somebody coming in that's a man, and I agree with Chris because I'm picking up that there is a man coming in, so I'm agreeing with Chris. And he doesn't have anything to do with these possibilities of jobs that you're looking at now. As someone that's coming in towards the middle or the end of the month, that's going to be offering you a job, and the job that he's going to be offering you would be, it would be a permanent job. It wouldn't be a temporary job. This would be a permanent job, and he is younger in age. Of the jobs that you're looking at now, the ones that you have mentioned at the beginning of the reading, that you had a lot of job opportunities, there is a man, there is an older gentleman that has looked at your resume, that within the next 7 to 14 days is going to contact you, and he's going to be contacting you, and you're going to be interviewing with him. He's the owner of the company and a woman. So I feel that before we get into July, there's going to be 2 job offers for you. And Chris, how can Kathy get in touch with you if she wants to talk to you further?
My number is 562-513-8078.
And Kathy, my number is 744-5241. And don't worry, dear, you have some jobs coming up. And thank you for calling.
Oh, thank you, too.
And I just wanted to mention to the callers and to everyone that tomorrow, every Friday, I'm doing Facebook Live, 12 p.m. Pacific time to 1 p.m. Pacific time, and which I will be doing, pulling tarot cards for you and doing tarot card readings. You need to go to my Facebook page, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, if you want to participate in Facebook Live and, get a free psychic reading. And I'll post some tarot cards for you. And that's going to be every Friday from 12 p.m. To 1 p.m. Pacific time, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock Eastern time. So I hope that, go online and check out my video. My video is online. Go to my page. And if you're in Southern California, please come to the Ambilight Fair. It's going to be in Long Beach at 2325 East 3rd Street and Long Beach at the Grace Methodist Church. And as I said, there's going to be an art exhibit. There'll be music. There'll be food. There'll be a lot of different vendors. There'll be psychics. There'll be healers. It's a real fun event. So if you're living anywhere near Long Beach or in Southern California, we love you to come to the fair, and we love to meet you. So I want to thank Cris Blakk for being a guest on my show today. It was nice of him to fill in at the last moment because I had another guest that couldn't do it. And I wanted to thank Tiffany White Sage Woman for producing the Psychic Horizon show. And I want to thank Tiffany White Sage Woman of Goldilocks Production. And I want to thank the callers who support the Psychic Horizon show and who participated today. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.